What's up, everybody? Welcome to MI Floridian. I am Neil Duffy. Today is July 3rd, the third day of scallop season here in Citrus County. And Tyler and I are out on a Thursday afternoon right before 4th of July here. And you'd think it would be slow. I don't know if scalloping is a big deal here or not, but you take a look. You tell me. I don't know. There might be like one or two people out here scalping. There's Tyler. So yeah, I'm gearing up here. For those of you who are new to me or the channel, lost my tooth in a mosh pit in my 20s, so I don't dive with it. I have a prosthetic flipper that I wear normally. I don't dive with it. That's why I'm missing a big old tooth. So let's get in the water, see what we can find on our little Easter egg hunt. Thanks for watching, gang. If you enjoy the video, do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe, do the bell thingy, you know the deal, right? But the biggest thing that helps channels like me grow is word of mouth. So share the video with somebody who might enjoy this. Appreciate you watching. Let's get in the water. How about that? I literally was about to hop in the water. Tyler's like, hey, get a lure and cast right in front of me. So I literally threw it right in front of him. Catch a big old remora. There he is. Alright, less line fishing, more scalping. Let's get in this water.
Yep. Let's go. Hey, I caught him. I caught you. Oh, nice fight.
That's what the bags are supposed to look like.
Oh yeah. That's impressive. Let's see if we can find some more. Yep.
Alright, I just got out of the water. We did pretty good here. I didn't bring the camera this one until the end, but I grabbed quite a few times. I went under. I get 5, 4, 3. We did pretty good here. That's a 2-gallon bucket from this spot. We're pretty much at our limit, but definitely better than last year for sure. Obviously it's the start of the season, so it's going to be better, but let's get these things on ice. You ready? Alright, we already got some. Go to cameraman tie. We already got our bunch in there. And there's some more. Looking good, and there's the orange one. Did you find any orange ones on there?
Yeah, a couple. I had a couple white ones too.
Nice. Not bad. Good work. Alright guys, you can see we're back in the kitchen. We had a killer day. Unfortunately, one of my GoPro batteries swelled inside my GoPro 12. So I ran out of battery real quick. I wasn't able to get any footage of the spearfishing, essentially. But I've got the scallops. I've been cleaning them for quite a while. And I almost forgot to show you guys how to clean them. So let's just go ahead and grab one here out of the ice. They were iced overnight. Today's July 4th. So you saw me yesterday in the water. But you got a dark side and a light side, okay? And the light side is typically where they're laying in at the bottom, whatever they're laying in. So I've got a little oyster knife here, shucking knife, and both sides of this one are dull. I like this knife for that so I don't slip and hurt myself, but still be careful. Notice that hooked shape to it, slightly bent. So we're gonna use that, we're gonna keep that bend towards the top, okay? And when I get in here, I'm just gonna slide around to the middle. Whoops. See, good thing it's not sharp. And then I'm gonna twist it. And in there, you can see that abductor muscle. It's a white piece right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the hook of this blade and I'm gonna hug the top of this shell here and just go back and forth, back and forth. And what that'll do is that'll release that muscle from the top of the shell. See that? That's where the shell and the muscle were connected. That just goes off into the discard. Here we have one row of the eyes, okay? There's like, when it's underwater, I don't know if you guys could see it in the video or not, but they're like electric blue. They're really cool. This is the top row of eyes, but it just kind of collapsed on itself. Down here, this yellow stuff, I believe that's the gills, and then this is all the internals. So this is what we want to eat, and that's what's in this bucket here. That's the little abductor muscle that makes it open and close. So what I've found is the best method. Just scrape all the grossness, get it loose, and then use the side of your knife to start pulling it down off that abductor muscle, and you'll see this like line of slime kind of just pulls away. That's what I look for. And I get as much of that off as I can, and then just pull with the knife. If it gets hung up, give it with your thumb here and pull. And that'll get rid of all the grossness in there. This one's being a little difficult on me. There you go. Oh, for the love of, there we go. So now that muscle needs to come off. So I'll put it over the scallop bucket here. And just like I said, this is what I did the initial first scraping to remove the top shell. Just use the side of that knife and scrape away. And you'll see it's pretty much removed everything off there. And this is what we eat.
Don't forget to cut close to the shell.
Why is that?
So you can get all the muscle.
Yep, so you don't waste, right? Good man. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish cleaning these up, and when I do a cook, eventually we'll film it again. I don't know if it'll be today or another day, but until then, thanks for watching. All right, gang, it is another day. We've had a busy week, unfortunately. My grandma passed away on the 4th, and of course we had the 4th. So we've had a couple of busy days, but I'm finally cooking the scallops. Today is the 6th, Sunday the 6th. I just made some rice, since I've been watching my weight, which I'm down a few pounds, yay. Brown rice with some of this Publix diced Italian, and then I doctored it up with some seasoning and that's good to go. Brown rice because less carbs, right? In the pan, a little olive oil. I'm opting not to do butter today. I got my scallops here. Don't mind the eggs. We're having a hard time selling eggs, so if you're in the Crystal River area and you need eggs, farm fresh eggs, we got plenty of them. But yeah, I'm gonna use some of this Chef Paul's, the blackening season. I just love this stuff on fish. Gonna go ahead and sprinkle that on. And then wherever my spoon is, there it is, and give it a stir. It's really hard to do this one-handed. Give it a quick stir. Now I would normally cook these in butter, but again, because I'm watching my weight, trying to lose some extra lbs, I am not going to use butter. Olive oil is the next best thing. I would actually combine the two, but so be it. Now, this pan should be ripping hot. These are going to be cooking stupid fast. So, here we go. I want to get a good sear on them. I don't want them to overcook, but I want them to sear. So, I'm going to switch them around in the pan a little. Let them get a good sear. You do not want to overcook scallops. I don't know what happened to the footage there. But if you've never done this before, it's really easy. You just kind of give it a little flickety flip. Let them crisp up. And they are getting pretty close to done. It happens quick, kids. You do not, I cannot stress, you do not want to overcook your scallops. Oh, it smells so good. These are actually pretty good sized scallops. The quality has been amazing this year. Normally what I would do is, and maybe I'll do it another time, I've actually got a great recipe idea for something else. I'm not going to say it because I don't want everybody to scoot it. But normally I would do olive oil and butter and then finish it with a little white wine, some lemon. I'm not going to do that today. These are pretty much done. So I'll throw them on a plate and then we'll do the taste and the close. All right, gang, here we are. I just threw it over a bed of the Italian rice that I made. Really simple brown rice, like I said. These didn't cook, but you saw maybe 2 minutes tops. You don't want to overcook them, otherwise they'll be rubbery. They're just trash, and that's why a lot of people don't like scallops. Other than the fact that store-bought scallops are trash as well, because 50 to 60% of the time they're not actually scallops. But anyway, nothing sets off a meal like a good Diet Dr. Pepper. I believe this is a 2025 vintage, so if you're new to the channel, lost my tooth in a mosh pit a million years ago, I wear a prosthetic. Take it out to eat. Perfectly cooked. Fresh as can be. I love them. Ryan, do you want to try it?
Yeah.
Ryan wants to try it.
I gave you the ingredients in each weakness potion.
Where you going? Come here. How is it?
Tastes like spaghetti.
Tastes like spaghetti, he says. All right, gang. I'm going to eat up here. Thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate you guys a ton. Moving here was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, next to marrying my wife and having a badass kid. So I get to do cool stuff like this every day, every weekend, really. But I appreciate y'all watching. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed the video, share it with someone. Help me grow my channel, and we can do even cooler things in the future. Thanks so much. Take care.